Good morning, everyone, and welcome to June 23rd's energy mantra for today. So, today's energy mantra is: it is safe for me to honor and nurture my true self. So, once again, today's energy mantra for today is: it is safe for me to honor and nurture my true self. So today's energy mantra is a really beautiful invitation for us to really be willing to love and honor the spirit within us, the truth of who we are. I don't think that we really realize how much floor time we actually give to the false self or to our ego self. We don't realize it because it's just that voice that kind of is always there. And so we don't realize how much we venerate it, how much we, pamper it like a spoiled child by giving it all of our attention. And we want to really start investing more in that other small, still voice, not the big, loud one that's always speaking and always, telling us you're doing this wrong or you should be, at the top of the food chain or whatever the case may be. We want to begin to really honor, nurture, acknowledge, focus on that small, still voice that is within us. Because that small, still voice that is within us, that is the truth of who we are. And that's what we want to really focus on and really honor more and more. In the spiritual community, we hear a lot of people talk about self-love. And for me, self-love is not honoring the body. So, maybe for you, let's see, how do I want to put this? It's not honoring the body. It's not anointing the body with oils and, perfumes and all of that. Self-love to me means that you are honoring your spirit. Now, maybe that does mean that you go get a massage and you have oils all over you and you paint your nails and get your toes done, get your hair done. Maybe that is a way that you feel that you're honoring your spirit, but that's the most important thing. Honor your spirit, not necessarily anything else. Honor that which is the truth of who you are. And the reason that today we say that, it's safe for me to do that, because a good majority of the time we feel really weird honoring our spirit, because sometimes our spirit wants us to do things that isn't necessarily in the norm. And so for today, as I was meditating, this one card from the Oracle of the Angels really stood out to me. It just kind of came to me in a vision. And it was this card. This is the Comfort card. This is actually one of my very favorite cards in the whole deck. And the reason that it is because the affirmation is absolutely beautiful. So the affirmation for this card is: I release my fear, for a divine presence comforts me. In trust, I surrender myself to this presence. I let go of all my worries and choose to relax. Well-being surrounds me, and I am comforted by the knowledge that I am never alone. Just such a beautiful affirmation for us to remember that we can surrender over to the truth of who we are within us. And, honoring the truth of who we are, like I said, doesn't necessarily mean, anointing the body with oils. We have to just acknowledge it. You want to be more intuitive, you want to have more of your divine gifts unlocked, then honor your spirit, because that's where they all are. That's the truth of who you are. That's where we want to be. So the more and more you honor and acknowledge your spirit, that is the truth of who you are, that's what you want to surrender into, that's what you want to embody on a day-to-day basis, that's when more and more of your intuitive hits come. That's when more and more of your divine gifts just begin to seemingly unlock all by themselves. because you're honoring the truth of who you are. Then lastly for today, the other thing that came into my mind as I was meditating this morning was part of a song from the soundtrack Elephant Power. And it's just a very small little snippet of a song, but it is, when you are separate, that's when you serve. But when you're connected, that's when you, now, of course, in the song, it says Ram, meaning, the divine, basically you and God merge. That's where we want to really be. We want to get to that point where we don't see ourselves as anything separate. We want to see ourselves as the truth of who we are, which is a divine spark that is always connected to the divine. That is who we are. That is what we are. And that's what we want to start focusing on. In the meantime, yes, we do service in order to help us to see the connectedness of all things. So in the interim time, as we are merging more with our spirit, as we are honoring it and nurturing it more and more, we find ourselves becoming more and more of service. And that is simply because we are recognizing and realizing that everyone and everything is a part of us in one way, shape, or form. So today, let's not give as much floor time to the ego as we normally do. Let's be willing to give some floor time to our spirit. And that can be through meditation, that can be through walking, that can be through coloring. There's so many different ways in which you can engage your spirit, but the spirit is all about creativity. It's all about flow. It's about love, peace, joy, harmony, synergistic union of all things working together for good. That is the spirit in a nutshell. It is all that. It is all the good that is. And so that is today's energy mantra. It's okay for you, it's safe for you to honor and nurture that divinity within you, acknowledging that it is the truth of you and acknowledging that that is what you want to embody. That is what you want to put out into the world, your true self instead of the false one that you have made. So I'll see you all tomorrow.